Und damit herzlich willkommen zurück zu Slay the Princess. Und wir machen weiter. Letzte Folge sind wir hier geendet mit einem Erzähler, der uns im Durchgang davor gebracht hat. Also theoretisch hat die Prinzessin uns umgebracht, aber nur weil der Erzähler es zugelassen hat. Wir gehen weiter.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Du hast den Spiegel an der Wand gar nicht erwähnt. Die ganze Hütte ist anders als beim letzten Mal. Nähere dich dem Spiegel, nimm die Klinge, betritt den Keller.
Very different.
Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted. That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here.
In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
Was bringt das? Ich will mich ansehen. Ich will sehen, wie hinreißend ich aussehe.
That's a great idea. We have to make sure we're looking our best before we save her.
We shouldn't waste time preening. If he is lying about the mirror, it might be important. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
Wir nähern uns den Spiegel.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
This really isn't funny.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous.
Muss ich auch mal wieder schneiden.
But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Ich nehme mal die Klinge, das Messer wieder nicht mit.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Ihre Stimme ist auch anders.
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Er hat aber auch die geilsten Sätze.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Bis jetzt bin ich relativ sehr auf der Seite des Helden, aber auch auf der Seite von dem anderen. Also auf jeden Fall nicht von dem Erzähler. Der Erzähler bleibt mir weg mit dem. Ihm gebe ich irgendwo recht. Der andere ist ein bisschen übertrieben. Weil man weiß ja wirklich eigentlich gar nicht, was abgeht. Na, wir machen weiter.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Ja.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
That's right, villain, and you killed us.
Well, she killed us.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Ich glaube dem Erzähler nicht, dass er glaubt, dass wir zum ersten Mal hier sind. Ich glaube dem kein Wort.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Mich letztes Mal getötet und hast echt... Und das hat echt getan. Wieso hast du das gemacht? Ich habe kein Messer dabei, muss es echt wieder... Muss ich wieder freischneiden? Was ist nach meinem Tod passiert? Ich glaube, das fragen wir gleich. Ich muss einfach mal fragen, hast du die Welt zerstört, nachdem du mich getötet hattest? Das ist, als wenn du einen Ladendieb fragst, hast du gerade geklaut? Also, wenn sie es gemacht hat, würde sie es ja nicht zugeben. Also, ich glaube es nicht, aber schwierig. Es tut mir leid, was letztes Mal passiert ist. Der Erzähler hat mich runtergeschickt. Hatte. Nicht unfair. Rette die Prinzessin. Aber wie, wo?
You died, and now we're talking. I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Wo war das ein Geständnis? Das ist, Wir wollen natürlich nicht, dass sie
Didn't end
wählt.
the world.
Okay. Wir wollen natürlich nicht, dass
She
sie
didn't
wählt.
confess anything. She is innocence itself.
Not so sure.
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we?
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
Uns von unseren Qualen zu erlösen. Ja gut, ich muss dazu sagen, so wie es aussah, war es kein schöner Tod. Also.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation. If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
Grund. Was für eine an... Ich glaube nicht, dass es noch eine Version von ihm gibt.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride, to a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
Oh, keine so schlechte Idee.
There's no one else like me.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
Ich fand gerade alles ein bisschen weird.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Oh, ist das ein blödes Mistspiel. Ich hab's gesagt.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll...
You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Ich merke allein jetzt schon in Folge 3, das wird ein Let's Play, wo ich sehr wenig rede. Wird auch nicht so lange gehen, also halt bis es zu Ende ist, logischerweise. Aber hier werde ich sehr wenig reden.
You wouldn't.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Aber wenn das so einfach geht... diese Augen...
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you.
Ich habe
Thank you
jetzt
so
auch
much.
nicht versucht zu töten, hallo?
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
Ja, was machen wir jetzt? Gute Frage.
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
muss doch irgendwas wollen. Zerstören. Das will ich nicht fragen. Einfach nur hier weg und hier das kümmern wir uns später.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I like to think that you do, actually.
Ich glaube, ich ahne, was gleich passiert.
I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand.
Ich glaube, die Tür geht gleich
Look at the
zu.
way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see.
Natürlich.
That's interesting. The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Mhm. Natürlich.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Wieso hat er keine Meinung? Das verstehe ich jetzt nicht. Wir haben an sich ein gutes Ende, womit alle leben können, gehen hier hoch, Tür fällt zu, wird erzählt, was du möchtest, und der hat keine Meinung? Weiß ja nicht. Wir können sie bestimmt öffnen, wenn wir es... Ich denke, ich schaffe das schon. Nein, komm, wir machen es so.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech.
Das könnt ihr doch nicht hier einbauen. Das, ach, ihr könnt mich doch nicht zum Lachen bringen.
And the lock clicks and
Was?
the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I told you our love was insurmountable.
Damit habe ich jetzt nicht gerechnet.
You and the princess make your way upstairs and the blade. That's right. There's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before
Nein.
it's too late. You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
Ja, ich hasse dich auch. Das beruht auf Gegenseitigkeit.
You know, if her walking out that door is really gonna end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone. That's not how this works.
Wieso funktioniert das so nicht?
Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
Das sagen wir jetzt von unseren Stimmen.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin.
Wieso geht nichts weiter?
Our
Ah,
happy
jetzt.
ending at last.
Endlich unser Glück.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Was? Das wirst du auch nie. Es ist Zeit für dich zu gehen.
She's gone.
Weg.
Where did she go?
Was?
Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here?
Aber
Why
jetzt
now?
erzähl ich da. Jetzt können wir reingucken.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Do it then. End us all before I die of a broken heart.
Näher dich dem Spiegel. Es ist Totenstille, als du deine Hand ausstreckst. Wieder einmal sind sie vor Ort. Der Spiegel lässt sie verschwinden. Aber du musst sehen, was in ihm ist. Wunderschön. Du bist gewachsen. Du befindest dich wieder in der langen Stille. Ich habe schon wieder ein Ende erreicht. Ach, ich glaube, ich habe es... es gibt ja auch mehrere Enden. Das heißt, je nachdem, wie ich mich am Anfang entscheide und danach entscheide, schalte ich da verschiedene Enden frei. Alter, das ist kompliziert.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Ganz kurz, ich glaube, ich habe es verstanden. Es gibt also ein paar verschiedene Enden, wie es enden kann. Jetzt hatten wir, ich sag mal, ein glückliches Ende, in Anführungsstrichen. Und das Ende, was wir in der ersten Folge erreicht haben, ist wahrscheinlich das Ende, was man wahrscheinlich ganz zum Schluss, wo man dann alle Enden zusammen hat, also gleichzeitig. Wisst ihr, worauf ich hinaus will? Also jetzt, wenn wir im nächsten Durchgang sie töten würden, oder mal das Messer einfach mit runternehmen, ist sie denn im Chapter 2 denn von dem Ding denn jetzt zum Beispiel wütend? Oder haben wir das Ende, wo sie wütend ist? Und im Ende, was wir in der ersten Folge erreicht haben, hat sie ja dann alle Emotionen. Ich glaube, so funktioniert das. Wir machen mal weiter.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again. Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Gefäß, neue Perspektive und neue Ausdrucksraum. Es ist wahrscheinlich genauso, wie ich gerade sagte.
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
Das ist eine sehr schöne Aussage, die muss ich mir merken.
The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between. Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward. With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and there is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover. Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Okay. Also, falls ihr selbst lesen wollt, bitteschön.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me. Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy isn't seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets. This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose. My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory. The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Welche soll ich dir noch bringen?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you. There's nowhere for you to be but here. My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Okay.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Alles wird schwarz und du stirbst. Chapter 1. Der Held und die Prinzessin.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Und diese Prinzessin verabschiedet euch für diese Folge und wir sehen uns in der nächsten.